you saw Houston not that long ago, and they're pretty tough. I mean, what do you have to do to try to get a home win in tomorrow's game?
Well, first, any team that goes through conference has won all the road games, speaks to their toughness, and it starts obviously on the defensive end. But what's amazing about Houston this year in their conference-only stats, normally someone's a little better offensively, a little better defensively. They're just great everywhere. So they're number one here, number one there. Big thing is they do a great job getting second and third shot opportunities. And at the same time, third best three-point shooting team, so they don't need a lot of second and third opportunities. And then defensively, when they trap in the post and trap on the ball, they force a lot of turnovers, which, again, make it where we shot the ball really well. And the first time we faced them, we just didn't get enough shots.
Scott, you go into this one with a 2-game winning streak. How nice was that just to get some wins under your belt and maybe build a little bit of confidence, I guess?
Well, definitely you're in a much better shape coming off of wins than you are off of losses. And at the end of the day, you hope you're playing your best basketball at the end of the year. And for us, if we can stay healthy, hopefully that'll be the case. And the good thing is we're not wore down. We're not beat down. A lot of guys are excited to play, fresh. And we continue to get better when we do have time to practice, and that's a positive.
When you guys are recruiting people, I know you look a lot at, like, will they fit our culture here as well as, be able to play. What were your first impressions of VJ when y'all were recruiting him, and what was it about him that said he's going to fit here?
Well, I think the first story I heard about VJ was he was on an Adidas trip, and he was in, I believe, Italy, and they couldn't find him, and then he was where they had the bags stored, reading his Bible on a Sunday. So, I mean, right there tells you that's a Baylor kid, and anyone that believes in preparing champions for life, it's the spiritual, it's the academic character formation and athletics. And Baylor has a real neat, smaller family type campus, and the last thing we want to do is bring people here that aren't going to thrive in that environment. And we've been really blessed over the years to not only have talented players, but really good representatives of Baylor University.
Anybody?
Not going to finish yet. We haven't kept you long enough.
You expect to get a few more rebounds against Houston this time?
Yeah, the last couple games we've done a better job as far as getting guys into the fight. And I think first time we faced him was right after no Josh, and obviously I think we had 4 offensive rebounds. So that's not something Baylor basketball does. So hopefully we can continue doing what we've been doing as far as percentages are much greater, much better. Our efforts been much better. A lot of times you can do your job and the ball doesn't bounce your right way. So we just want to do our job and play the percentages.
What was the extent of Langston's injury, and how has he been able to practice, that kind of thing?
Yeah. So so far, bounced back, been good. We'll see today, but it was great having him in the second half, and obviously when you're down to 6, it hurts everybody because minutes, rotations, fatigue, and having an additional person, especially somebody that knows multiple positions offensively, defensively. And Langston understands the physicality of the Big 12. I mean, he's a grown man, so he really adds a lot to us.
An obvious question, but how much has it helped? You talked about having that 7, having the 7 at practice too. How much has that helped, just in terms of kind of preparing and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, basketball is a team game, and if you don't practice as a team, you're not going to play as a team. And actually, that's one thing you love about coaching is you can see in practice, normally the carryover in games. And you see it all the time, going back to like when we tried to win the Olympics, just putting a group of guys together. It doesn't work. You got to have time to bond. You got to have chemistry. You look at different trades and whatnot. I mean, in the NBA, they'll put 2 or 3 guys together, and then they're injured, so they never play together, and then they go in the playoffs 8th, 9th, 10th seed, and they lose in the first round. You just got to get that rhythm and chemistry together on the court, and that's why it's been so critical being able to practice and get better in practice. And for a while there, when we had 6 guys and with 6 too banged up and you didn't want anyone else to get injured, you really couldn't even practice. So I feel like our team has taken a step forward and will continue to take a step forward as long as we stay healthy, because the guys want to get better. He wasn't practicing, right. And then Lang, when he first came back, we weren't overdoing it either.
Now that it's officially March, I know we've seen some early madness. Does this team feel like they're ready to cause some madness of their own on Saturday?
Well, so far so good in March. We're 2-0. We want to keep that streak alive. We want to keep winning in March. So you love springtime in Texas. You like the sunshine. You like the warm weather. But it's a great time of year if you're a basketball fan. I mean, 24/7, you can turn on TV, watch great games, and it means so much. The NCAA tournament's a blessing for any of those that have a chance to participate in it. And everybody gives their all to be a part of it. So with us, we control our destiny as long as we have games to play, and look forward to having a great opportunity to see just how much we improved from the first time we played Houston. And again, just the great thing about the Big 12 is there's no bad losses, and there's only good wins when you play teams in the Big 12, usually night in, night out.
Obviously, LJ Cryer, a guy y'all are familiar with. What has impressed you about what he's done this season?
Well, I think LJ, first and foremost, for 2 years has been durable, and that's hard to do in the Big 12. And I know he had the foot that bothered him here, and he's done a great job recovering from that. And I think his consistency since the day he stepped on their campus, just like he did for us. I mean, he's going to graduate in 4 years with 4 conference championships. So he deserves credit because he's part of all 4 of those and brings a lot to the table. But his consistency in shooting, knowing what you're going to get from him night in and night out, his dependability, and he's improved. Just like any player that's going to spend time in the gym, LJ spends time on his craft, so he's gotten better on both ends of the court.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Where'd you see him?
3, and y'all, I think, maybe had 4 offensive rebounds. How much of an emphasis has that been, and how much better have y'all gotten in that area since that first meeting with Houston?
I mean, we always been working on that because that's something very important for us, rebounding. So, we just keep working, trying to get better, and, game plan. We can't make they get offensive rebounds, more than we get in offensive rebounds.
Jalen, you've talked about it. How nice has it been for the 7-man rotation to actually be in practice and stuff? Because I know you and Lang both, when y'all were coming back, y'all weren't even practicing every time. How much has that helped, do you think, having that practice time with the rest of the guys?
I mean, it's helped a lot. I mean, for us individually, I could just speak on that. Like, just getting that rhythm in practice, just seeing the ball actually going in practice, not just relying on when the lights are actually on in the game. That's helped us a lot. And then even with our teammates, just keep building that bond and chemistry. I was telling J-Mo earlier that a lot of teams kind of like they know who they are. They kind of plateaued, and I feel like we haven't reached our ceiling yet. So we're just excited to just be together and just keep pushing.
For both of y'all, Houston's known as a very physical, very hardworking team, especially on the boards. Is that a challenge that you guys have, like, a particular energy going into, like something you really want to face and show out, seeing?
I mean, we've been working on ourselves, like how he said, team bonding and all that stuff. But, having the guys on the practice court, getting, like, game speed practices in with everybody, that's just been something really great. And, I think we focus more on Baylor basketball, playing the way we do, and, executing, like, the stuff that we do.
I know Texas A&M took down Auburn a couple days ago, and now that March is officially here, are you guys feeling like you might have some madness energy that you could contribute tomorrow?
Yeah, I feel like we're capable of taking on anybody. We're just going to try to execute the game plan and just go from there, Yeah.
For either of y'all, is there maybe a different confidence level now? Like, you've got a couple of wins under your belt, and even the one at Fort Worth, winning on the road like that. Is there a building confidence maybe?
And I think the confidence has always been there. Just been ups and downs during the season. So, just show it now. Like, we worked hard during all season long. We had injuries. We had whatsoever. We can't put no more excuses. We just got to go out there and hoop and, put Baylor name in high.
Jalen, last home game of the year, is there any excitement for hopefully leaving the fans here in Waco with a good taste in their mouth, with a good showing out there?
100%. Last game in Waco, the fans have been nothing but amazing. We've had some great home games, great atmospheres. So as a transfer, it's been honestly an amazing experience. And for the guys who can't come back to college, like our seniors, we don't want to have their last home game in the Foster with a loss. So now we're gonna do everything we can to get this dub and go undefeated in March.
Jalen, can you talk about VJ as just a teammate and also what he brings to the court? But as a teammate, how is VJ as a teammate? And you can answer it too, Norchad.
I mean, not even as a teammate, just as a brother. Like, I honestly view VJ as like a little brother to me. I know his family. I know his family. Like, honestly, VJ is like a little brother. I don't even look at him as a teammate, and that's for the majority. I mean, all this team, honestly. So, now he's a great kid. Everything you see on cameras, that's who he is in person. He's a bubbly kid, super energetic, super compassionate, has a lot of heart. And I'm just thankful. I got to build this bond with him. I already knew him a little bit because we went to the same high school. So when I initially committed to Baylor, I went back to New York, and we got to hang out with each other for like a week. But, over the summer and over the season, you just get closer and closer. So, I'm thankful to have him as a brother.
He said it all.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.